Right. Oh, great. So we've literally just configured the switch to be able to SSH into it. Again, you'll have to configure it differently for your network. It may take some effort, but first, especially for network security, probably a good idea. Let's just put it that way. I hope I'm being loud enough, because the microphone is a fair bit away from me. Excuse me. Right, so what we're going to do now, and this hopefully won't take as long, you've been shown how you can configure VTP, you've been shown how you can configure your VLANs and all the rest of it, and trunking and so on. What this part is going to do is the sticky MAC addresses, and it is quite literally 5 commands. What we would do is, let's say that this is in a classroom and we have, the ports on the walls or whatever, they're connected to a certain amount of switches. So let's say interface the range of interfaces F0/1 through to 15. We've got 15 computers in the room that are all connected. We could do, an interface at a time, but you wouldn't, basically. If I question mark, here we have switch port characteristics. You've got all your different bits and bobs, and again you can set up IP addresses and things like that for the interfaces. Wouldn't want to, but for what we want port security. So again, you've got your access, you've got your mode, negotiate, so it'll just depend on what's going on the other side. Priority, again based off of what's going on the other side. And so on and so forth. We want port security because again this is network security. And we've got different things here, so we can do aging, MAC address, maximum violation. We want switch port security, so I'm just going to press enter. It's telling me that I can't because they are all set as a dynamic port. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do switch port mode access, and then if I try and do that again, it's work. So again, dynamic port just means that it'll do whatever it's being asked to do. So I've forced it to be an access, because dynamic it'll be access or trunk depending on what's going on the other side. But these ones in particular, I want to configure them as access, so that I can configure port security on them, because they are access ports. They're at the edge of your network. That's where your devices connect, basically. So we want, again, so we're doing the MAC addresses, so I can just type MAC, and then if I press question mark, I can actually configure a MAC address to that port, or I can just say sticky MAC addresses, because the chances are you would have to go around and get every single last MAC address, basically, and who has the time? Not I. So if we go back, and I don't know why I did that way, we've got maximum, so maximum secure addresses. So again, this is in MAC addresses. Well, we only ever want to have one. We want the PC that we have connected to it to be able to use that. If somebody else comes along and does something, we want them to stop them. We want it to knock them off. And then, so we've set MAC address, so we've done sticky MAC addresses. We said that we only ever want one MAC address associated with that interface. Now we need to set the violation. So we can, put in protected mode, restricted mode, or we can just shut down the port. Because that would definitely, cause people to complain, wouldn't it? That would get people noisy. If can't use that pod, even if the actual computer is put back into it, then people will kick off. Again, do R just to save it. Go back to Z. And here I'm going to show you another thing. So this is like, this sort of network is just a layer 2 network, because all we're dealing with is switches. They need IP addresses to be able to talk to each other still, yes, but through a switch they would only ever get to the MAC address. And what happens is the switch will store a MAC address table. What I want to do is show the MAC, I think it's, yeah, so the MAC address table. If I just do MAC, oh, maybe I can, no I can't. Do that, yes. So there we go, so there's your MAC address table. Now these two are connected, but neither MAC address is being associated with anything. So we've got VLANs, everything will be on VLAN 1 for this one. The MAC address will be the MAC address of these two devices. What type it is should be, won't be dynamic, it'll be something else. And then what port, so F01, F02. Basically, if I just do a quick ping, so I need to get out of that. So I'm now back onto the PC. If I ping 192.168.1.2, which is the other PC, so I'm able to get information through it. And now we've got two MAC addresses. So F01, which is this one, the MAC address for this PC is here. The MAC address for this PC is here. Static, there we go. Of course it's static, why would it be anything else? So it shows you the interface that they're connected to. Now, some debug has brought their PC from home and decided to unplug my PC and steal the IP address and all the information that they need to be able to get onto the internet, because obviously this would, just like Usenet do, it would be just using DHCP, so it would get all of this dynamically anyways. So now it's on there, and again if I just do IP config, oops, it'll show me the IP address and everything. Just put it there for a second. So they've taken the, and you'll see there it says that the interface has been taken down. They've taken the Ethernet card out of the computer and put it into their computer, and it's gone back to up. If I just do the MAC address table, it'll still say, so look, interface 2 is still registered to this one, because that's the IP address that it recognises, even now that the light's gone green. It's the same. However, if I try to talk to that computer again, I'm having issues. Look, it doesn't like it. It's timed out. That's 192.168.1.2, is it not? It is. So what's going on? So if I go here, well, it doesn't recognise it, because it recognises that. However, nothing's happened. I mean, we can go into this to do /all. Oops. We can see that the physical address here, which is your MAC address, is not the same. It's definitely not working. Okay, well let's try and ping the other computer. Oh! Uh-oh. Man down. It's saying that it's gone down. Let's just do the MAC address. Oh dear, what's going on? Let's do show status. Yeah. Error disabled. because of our sticky MAC addresses. Oh no. Which means that we have to go in config t sorry, I thought that was saying something else. Int f0/2 or should. Interesting. To show int f0/2 and protocol is down, hardware is launched. Do you know something? I don't know how to fix that. Interesting. Oh well, that would be something that we can work on for the rest of the day. This was only supposed to take like 4 minutes, but you get the gist. I know now that somebody has done something to this interface. They've gone along, they've plugged it back into there, and they've kind of hoped that they'll be able to just continue doing stuff. But it won't let them because the interface is still down. Oh no. Probably have to go into switchport security and re-enable the thing. But yeah, I'll have to figure out how that works. I've only ever got it to work and then just ignored it. Lol. However, it's there. It all works. We can SSH into it. We can use console. We can use sticky MAC addresses. You've got pretty much everything you need to talk about how you're going to secure your networks. And then, you just need to get the assignment to them. So get on with it.